Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about the top 5 best gimbal for mirrorless camera. Starting at number 5. Tilta Gravity G2X. Tilta are better known for their expensive camera cages than their 3-axis handheld gimbals, but their Gravity G2X impressed many with its superb build quality. Even compared to the Ronin S, the G2X feels more robust. And who doesn't like the aesthetically pleasing pistol grip with Brazilian rosewood covering either side with a maximum payload of 8 pounds and weighing over 4 pounds with batteries in place? The G2X is very comparable to the Ronin S in terms of size and payload capacity. It also costs, placing it just above the DJI in terms of price. So why don't I consider it to be as good, or at least as good as the Ronin S? Unfortunately, as good as the hardware is, the software is very buggy. Furthermore, many consumer reviews reported various issues including calibration errors, motors mysteriously shutting off and poor localization. Unlike the hugely popular Ronin S, the Tilta Gravity G2X is a bit of a gamble that hasn't been tried and tested as extensively. For more information and latest price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. At number 4. Zhiyun Crane 3 Lab. Before the DJI Ronin S was around, Zhiyun dominated the under $1,000 DSLR mirrorless camera gimbal market with the Crane 2. It's no wonder that people were incredibly excited for the Crane 3's release. Zhiyun ended up releasing 2 gimbals to succeed the Crane 2, the Crane 3 Lab and the Gimbal Lab. The Gimbal Lab was designed with mirrorless cameras in mind, while the Crane 3 Lab was aimed towards those with bigger setups. First of all, it has 2 independent grips, which means there are a variety of ways in which the gimbal can be held. It also makes it the easiest gimbal to put into underslung or briefcase mode. Out of all the single-handed gimbals, this one has the highest maximum payload of 10 pounds. This gives the user incredible flexibility in lens and camera packages without straining the gimbal motors. And lastly, it features wireless image transmission, meaning it is possible to stream the image to your smartphone over Wi-Fi. This enables real-time monitoring, framing and camera control. Overall, the Crane 3 Lab is a great gimbal for DSLR owners. It costs more than the Ronin S and doesn't feel quite as robust, but comes with a number of compelling features that makes it a worthy consideration. Halfway of my listed number 3. Zhiyun Crane 2. The Crane 2 might not be the newest gimbal in town, but it is still an incredibly capable one. Now being sold at a discounted price and also commonly available second-hand, this is a great budget option. It has a maximum payload of 7 pounds, meaning it can support a good range of camera setups. The 18-hour battery life is also quite impressive, and being removable batteries, there's always the option for purchasing spares. Unfortunately, there are a few drawbacks to it which you don't see in the latest generation of DSLR and mirrorless camera gimbal stabilizers. The rear motor is not offset, meaning it obscures the view of your camera's LCD display. Secondly, the hand grip is basically just a metal cylinder which isn't ergonomic at all. Coming in at number 2. Moza Air 2. Before the Moza Air 2 came out, the DJI Ronin S was the best DSLR gimbal around. Period. However, following the release of Godson's Moza Air 2, we have a solid, cheaper alternative. The Moza Air 2 features some of the best controls I've seen from any gimbal. You can adjust focus, roll and make changes to the settings just by using the controls on the gimbal itself along with the OLED to navigate menus. The DJI Ronin S doesn't have as many direct controls, and you'll often find yourself needing to make adjustments from the smartphone companion app. This gimbal also bundles a quick release plate that makes it possible to take your camera off and put it straight back on without needing to rebalance the gimbal. This makes switching between a tripod and gimbal incredible quick, which is all the more important when filming for things like wedding gigs, where time is of the essence. The Moza Air 2 also impresses in other departments. It can carry a payload of 9 pounds, and its 4 removable Li-ion 18650 batteries can last up to 16 hours on a single charge. I think the Moza Air 2 is a terrific gimbal, and it actually presents more value for money than the Ronin S. However, the gimbal doesn't feel quite as solid as the Ronin S. The software from Godson is inferior and the accessory ecosystem isn't quite as developed as DJI's. Furthermore, I've also heard some bad stories about their customer support, so be aware of that too. And number 1. DJI Ronin S. Despite starting out as a drone manufacturer, there is no doubting that DJI are the most prolific gimbal manufacturer of today. While they dominated the mobile and professional gimbal market, they didn't have an handheld gimbal for DSLR and mirrorless camera owners. That was until the release of the Ronin S in 2018, which was so highly anticipated it sold out during pre-orders. It didn't disappoint. The DJI Ronin S is probably the closest thing to a perfect DSLR gimbal you can get right now. Granted, it has a few small issues and is a bit heavy, but it just does so many things better than its competition. The build quality is a cut above the rest. It feels more robust than the plasticky gimbals produced by Zhiyun, Moza and other brands. The software and companion app are more polished. The stabilization quality is top-notch. The list just goes on. The maximum payload of 8 pounds means the Ronin S is capable of mounting DSLR setups with heavier sign lenses and other accessories. The weight of the Ronin S is definitely the biggest complaint I see on the internet, but it's something you will adapt to. That being said, mirrorless camera owners would do better by going for the newer and lighter Ronin South Carolina. Despite being a heavy gimbal, it packs down smaller than almost all the other gimbals thanks to its removable base. This actually makes it an excellent handheld gimbal for travel. For more information and latest price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you found it helpful. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any question, you can leave a comment below